TV land, and welcome to another Math Homework Helpers Short. I'm Max, and this is Mr. Teng. Mr. Teng, how are you?
Hey Max, I'm doing well. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much. What do we got today?
Well, today we're going to continue working with our third grade friends with Unit 4, which is measurement and fractions. And we are going to jump into some word problems today.
Nice, let's jump in.
Speaking of jump, we're going to be talking about grasshoppers.
Oh, I love grasshoppers.
So grasshoppers are insects that can jump 10 times their height.
What?
Help Greg Grasshopper solve the problems below. We're going to use the correct unit in our answers. You're going to use numbers, sketches, and words to show your work. All right, you ready, Max?
I am ready. This seems really interesting.
So Greg Grasshopper has a mass of 3 grams. He climbs onto a leaf with 9 other grasshoppers that each have a mass of 3 grams. Then 4 grasshoppers jump off the leaf. What is the total mass of the grasshoppers that are still on the leaf? All right, so there's a lot of layers here. It's a multi-step problem.
There is. And I know you like to read it one more time, right?
I do. You're getting used to the patterns here.
Yeah.
Huh? All right, so Greg Grasshopper has a mass of 3 grams.
3 grams.
He climbs onto a leaf with 9 other grasshoppers.
Gotcha, it's a party up there.
That each have a mass of 3 grams. Then 4 grasshoppers jump off of the leaf. What is the total mass of grasshoppers that are still on the leaf?
All right, so I think there's a couple things we got to take care of here.
Okay.
And it sounds like the first thing we need to figure out is how many grasshoppers are on that leaf when we got to figure out how much, how many grams are on there, right?
Yeah. So do we need to know how many grams all of them are for each step of these, or maybe do we wait till the very end to figure that out?
I think we can wait till the end.
Okay, so I guess the first thing we need to figure out then is how many grasshoppers are still on that leaf.
Right.
So in order to figure that out, we need to figure out the flow of the grasshoppers.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he climbs onto a leaf with 9 other grasshoppers. So that's the first thing that happened, right?
Right, so if there's 9 others.
So it's 1 plus 9.
Right, he's the 1 plus the 9 others.
Okay, so that's the first thing that happens.
Right.
And then 4 grasshoppers jump off. So then we subtract 4 from that.
And you put the 1 plus 9 in parentheses because we have to do that first.
Because that was the first thing that happened, right?
Yes.
And then after that, we're going to figure out how many total grasshoppers there are, right?
Right.
So then from there, what we can do is multiply that by 3.
That's right.
If each grasshopper weighs 3 grams?
3 grams.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at it. He climbs onto a leaf with 9. Okay, so we're going to take all of this then and multiply it by 3. So let's do what's in the parentheses first, and then we'll do what's in the brackets because that's going to be the next step, and then we can multiply it by 3.
Cool.
All right, so 1 plus 9 is?
10.
Let's use a different color to show our work. So we have 10 minus 4, right, which is going to be in our bracket, and we're going to multiply that by
3.
3.
So now 10 minus 4 is 6.
6. So that means we have 6 grasshoppers left.
6 grasshoppers left.
And we're going to multiply that by 3 because 3 represents the number of grams each of those grasshoppers are.
Right.
So 6 times 3 equals?
18.
18. So is it 18 grasshoppers, 18 leaves, 18 grams?
18 grams.
18 grams. So boys and girls, do remember that if it's asking you for the correct unit, you have to make sure you're making sense of the problem.
Right.
Because we could do all the math in the world, but if we get 18 grasshoppers, this whole thing would be wrong.
That's right. We got to know what the 18 represents.
All right.
Cool.
Cool. Have you ever seen a grasshopper?
I have seen one. They're very cool.
I don't remember the last time I've seen one. I think I get those confused with crickets.
Yeah. Well, crickets are usually the noisy ones. They keep you up at night.
Gotcha.
Oh, they drive me crazy sometimes. But they're really neat too, actually. Yeah, they remind me of like these tiny little ninjas. They
nice.
Jump around. Then you can't see them. Like, where'd they go? They disappeared. I got to find them. Oh, I hear them. Where are they? I don't know where they are. Ah! It's fun.
All right, let's go on to the next problem.
All right, here we go.
So Greg Grasshopper lives in a rectangular garden. Okay.
Interesting.
Just has a home there. One side of the garden is 134 centimeters long. The other side is 277 centimeters long. If Greg Grasshopper walks all the way around his garden 2 times, How far has he walked?
Hmm.
Okay. So we know that the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal, right?
Right.
So if one side is 277, the opposite side will be also 277.
277. Yep.
And then we have 134 and 134.
Makes sense
All right.
to me.
So this will probably be the last problem that we do together. So let's take our time and break this down.
Okay.
So we have,
I like how you said take our time. That's important. You don't want to rush through these.
okay, because this is also multi-step, right?
Yes.
Because we're walking around his garden not once, but
Twice.
All right, so we can add it all up together and then add it again. Want
Right.
to try it that way?
Sure.
All right, so if we know 277, and we have to add that to 277, plus 134, plus 134. Okay, so we can go ahead and split this down and add up all the place values together. So for example, 277 is 270 and 7.
Okay.
And 134 is 130 and 4. So 277 plus 277 would just be like this.
Oh, yeah, it's the same thing. And
So-
you would do the same thing with 134.
130 and 4. Awesome. So we have 400 altogether.
Oh.
70 and 70 is
140.
140. And then 7 plus 7 is
14.
14. And if we add all this together, it looks like we have 100 we can combine with that 100, so it's 500.
40.
10.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, 40 plus 10 is 50. So we have
Mhm.
554.
There it is. That made it easy.
And then we have on this side, we have 268. There's no regrouping here because 6 tens, 8 ones, 200.
You
would be
literally just said it. 268.
268. So then if we combine, so what we just did was we added these two sides and we added these two sides, and that would give us 554 plus 268. Let's do some standard algorithm here. So we have 554 and 268.
Man, look at all that work. So cool looking. We've been busy.
554, 268. 560,
54.
554. 554 and 268.
There it is.
Okay. So boys and girls, what I did was I just put a new page here so it could be nice and clean for us
Yeah.
to be able to have the space to show all of our work.
Definitely.
Okay. So we were talking a little bit about standard algorithm with addition, which is not really going to be mastered until we get to 4th grade. So if you're still practicing with splitting apart like what we just did earlier in this problem, you're more than welcome to continue doing it that way.
Gotcha.
Let's just go ahead and take a look at how we can practice adding our ones place and regrouping as we go.
Regrouping it.
So 8 plus 4 ones is going to give us 12 ones.
Right.
So instead of writing 12 down here, I'm just going to write the 2 and regroup the 10 into the tens place.
Got it.
So now we can add that when we add our tens together.
Okay.
So 6 tens plus 5 tens plus 1 10.
11, 12.
So same thing. So instead of writing 12 tens, I'm going to put my 2 in the tens place and my 1 in the hundreds place and add that with the hundreds.
Okay.
So now we have 1 plus 5 is 6 plus 2 is
8.
8. So if Greg Grasshopper walked around his garden 1 time, that would be, what is it, centimeters? 822 centimeters. Are we done, Max?
We are unfortunately not.
We're not done. So let's go ahead and finish out our problem by adding it again.
That's right.
So we did it 1 time around 822. If we're doing it 2 times, then we have to add it together. 822 plus 822 centimeters, right?
Yeah.
And so if we have, let's go ahead and look at our place value and go from our ones place first. 2 plus 2 is
4.
2 tens and 2 tens is
4.
4 in the tens place, which is 4 tens. 8 plus 8, 800 plus 800.
That would be 16.
1600
100.
or 1,600, So altogether, our number is going to be 1,644 centimeters.
Awesome. Man,
Wow.
I think that grasshopper's getting his workout, man.
Yeah, I'd be tired if I were that grasshopper.
Woo! Very cool. Well, I tell you what, boys and girls, we hope this helped you. And we hope you tune in again next time for our next Math Homework Helper Short. Until then, everybody keep working on your math, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Time for Math Homework Helpers, oh yeah!